I believe I'm quite a nice guy, but when you go into that ring, I'm not a nice guy, People like touch gloves with me or that. I don't touch gloves. I'll touch gloves with you after, but during that fight, you know what I mean? You're in there to take my head off. Why don't be friends with me here?
Yes, we are back at it at the real life, and this week's guest, yes, I've got him. It's one of Lochend's fighting sons. It's Matty McHale. Matty, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on, yeah.
Oh, you're most welcome. How's life in general, Matty?
Life's pretty good. Basically, I work part-time at trades training school, work away, and then the other part, I'm in the gym all day, you know what I mean? All the time, I'm never out of here, so...
How do you find that life and work balance for you, working and obviously training, fighting? How do you amalgamate it all together?
It's a hard life, but I've done it for so long. You know what I mean? It's natural to me now. I can't have it any other way, to be honest. My boss is really good with me too. Gives me time off when I need it. He understands the boxing. He used to box himself at times, and so he understands what it takes from the boxer. He's brand new with me. Yeah, so
let's get to the boxing. So you're 3-0 now, Matty.
Yeah.
Welcome to the pro game. Are you enjoying it?
I love it. This is everybody coming up wants to be in my shoes right now. That they want to go be a professional, And now I'm here. It's taken a long time, looking back. Done all my amateur career. Now it's a new craft you need to learn. So it's good. I'm learning on the job. I'm learning while still boxing, everything. I'm still learning to this day. So it's great. I absolutely love it right now.
How have you found that difference going from amateur to pro? Two different sports. How have you found that, Matty?
It's hard. It is, because in the amateurs you're so upright. You're so in and out, fast paced. See, with the amateurs, I need to settle down. I still feel myself jumping in and out too much, try to rush things too much. A last fight there, where I'm rushing too much to finish them. Take your time. You've got plenty of time. It's 3 minutes now. 3 minutes, 6 rounds we were doing. Not 3 minutes anymore, where you need to put everything into them 3 rounds to secure your win.
So you're calculating everything?
Yeah, and it's great. I like settling down. At the minute, all my opponents have been running away, so it's me putting on the pressure. Can't wait to move up the level. Somebody come on to me and show my boxing skill a wee bit more. Box them.
You're competing at super flyweight, Matty. How comfortable do you feel at that weight? Do you feel strong at that weight?
Very strong. So I made it just at that last fight. I was actually under the super flyweight limit in that last fight, and I felt that it was pretty comfortable. We had a 14 to 15 week camp, because we just came off fight 2 right into the next camp to fight 3, and that mentally was hard. But I find it easy, I'm a really big super flyweight. I'm strong for the weight, so I think, only time will tell.
How quickly do you want to be moved?
I want to move quite quick. I want to show dominance in there, and I boxed in the amateurs high level. I want to move back to boxing at high level. These journeymen are quite tricky at times. They don't know what they're going to throw, you know what I mean? So
they're coming to take your head. They're coming to take your head off these guys.
Yeah, take your head off or survive. You know what I mean? Frustrate you, grab on. So I do want to move quick, and I want to be thinking about 4 or 5 fighting for the British or something like that. Big names, So hopefully, as I said, only time will tell how quick we can go.
Do you feel you can be a force to be reckoned with in that division?
I do. I believe now that I'm number 1 in that division. Really, I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I do believe. I've looked at the boys there, and I don't believe that they're good. Not on my level, to be honest. Yeah.
You're at the embryonic stage of your career. Do you feel the bigger the challenge, the better Matty McHale you'll see under those bright lights?
Yes, I believe I perform to my opponents. If you get the bigger opponent, then the real Matty McHale comes out. Very concentrated in that ring when it's a real deal. I believe they push me to, these are the fights I want. These are the fights I want to show people that I belong in there with them. Yeah, so
What separates you from the others?
my work ethic. I don't think anybody trains as hard as me. I don't think people that want it just as much as me but aren't willing to put the work in like me, work behind the scenes. So I'll train here, I'll go an 8 mile run after. I'm constantly working non-stop, you know.
You give your life to this sport, don't you?
Yeah. I give my life, I give partying up, I give everything like that. It's me in this gym. And it's a lonely sport, you know what I mean? But, and it is lonely, but you have Terry, of Sean and everything. That Sean as well, he's been through it with me. He knows what boxers go through. Not a lot of people see behind the scenes of what boxers go through. They only see Devin Haney winning that title. They don't see all the work he's put in before it.
How have you found that, giving everything up, like the partying, going out, doing things that are people as an athlete you need to be all in? How have you found that, giving all that up, Matty, to be all in as a seasoned athlete?
It doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I quite like my own company anyway. I would stay in, play PlayStation. That's what I do. That's my dream. You know, I'm a bit geeky like that. I'll play PlayStation. That's what I've got really good friends too. When they know I'm in camp, they don't mess it. Oh, let's go out. They'll message me. Let's go for a Nando's. That's how I'll meet up with them. But I'll just sit and I'll play PlayStation. I don't care. You know, I sit in with my girlfriend, and it doesn't actually bother me going out. I would rather if there's a big party, and I know boxers go to parties, but they don't drink with that. Fair enough. I respect. I can't do that. I don't like it. I don't like being involved with drunk people or that. So I just stay away from it.
Because it is easily to get misled when in those situations.
Without, and then you have that one guy who's always just the one. What will one do?
Yeah.
And that one turns into more and more and more. I always go to show face within about 40 minutes of the party.
You're out
When people start to get rowdy, I'm already away. Yeah, I'm away from that. Yeah.
So just talking about risks and things like that, or talking about, obviously, to be a special fighter, you have to take risks. Are you that risk taker?
Oh yeah. I thrive off the risk. You know what I mean? I want to be in there. I want to take risks. I don't want to be he handpicked his opponents. Blah blah blah. I want to be in there and go. Oh, he went in. He picked the big fight and he got the win. Credit where credit's due with that. Yeah. So.
A lot of fighters, they're chasing greatness. Is that a goal of yours, Matty? Are you chasing greatness?
I am. I want the glory. You know what I mean? I don't care about money, whatever. I want the title the titles round my waist. I want that. Yeah. I want that glory. I want to be known as a top boxer from Scotland, one of the best. That's what I want. Yeah.
What is greatness? Define greatness to me.
Somebody that just puts everything into their craft. Doesn't have to be, people will say greatness, 50-0, obviously Mayweather, greatest, he's my favourite, but that isn't greatness to me. Greatness is he goes in there with a big risk. If it doesn't work out, but he's testing himself, and then setbacks, but how does he come back from them setbacks? I think,
There is a blueprint to greatness, and that blueprint is the way Josh Taylor did it, the way I look at it. You have to be half mad. The way you wrote it down on a piece of paper, Josh Taylor world champion,
Yeah.
repetition. People are going like that. He's mad, but at the end of the day, it came true. He did it through hard work, dedication, prayers of belief in a good team.
now he's got it.
He's got it. That is the blueprint. Is
Yeah.
that something you look at that you can do?
Yeah, and I get quite a lot that, Josh Taylor. And to be honest, like I look at Josh Taylor and what he's done. Every kid wants to do that, don't they? Wants to be undisputed champion. But as I say, I want to do it my own way. I want to have my own road, with Terry. I want to do it all. I'd love to replicate what Josh does, but he's a special fighter, isn't he?
Yeah.
Not many people can do what Josh has done, but to do half of what he's done would be a great achievement, wouldn't it?
The way I look at it, to be a top performer, a top sportsman, I call it the CRD complex. You have to be consistent, you have to have repetition, but most important, you have to have discipline.
Yeah.
Do you have those three categories I just mentioned there?
I believe I do. Yeah. So discipline. We just spoke about not going to parties, blah blah blah. Going away, runs when you don't want to, when your body's aching. You've just done a hard strength and conditioning with the legs, squats. You get made to run 8 mile, and I always think running's never been a problem for me, but I always think when we run, running, as I said, running's never been a problem. I quite like it, but it's them times when you're real low on weight and you're running and whole body's aching and you just want it over. That's a discipline there, you know, so yeah.
If you have that consistency, that repetition, that discipline, you are going to run these people over, Matty. Trust me, you have got all the talent in the world. I hear it on the circuit all the time. If you have those 3 categories, you will run these people into the ground.
Yeah, and I believe my boxing skill is better than them all. You know, I believe my jab. Nobody's properly seen how good my jab is yet. And in the pro game, when they see you've got a big jab like mine hitting you for 8-9 rounds constantly, that's a sickener. I see it with the journeymen that want to just survive because they're fighting next week as well, and the jab's hitting them, and I see their eyes going down. They don't like it, you know. It's sick. It breaks people's heart.
They say that jab takes you around the world, Matty.
Yep, it's taken me around the world so far. So let's see how far I can go now.
What would it mean to you to be a world champion? What would that mean to you?
I mean the world, you know. Everybody wants to be a world. I want to be a world champion so bad, but at the minute, I set myself goals. Yeah. I do think I'll fight for a world title. I do believe I will become world champion. But right now, I've got other goals to achieve first in boxing before I'm there. Yeah.
Do you want to get in the usual British, Commonwealth, European, the old traditional route?
I do, yeah. Yeah, that's like, I really do. I want to set myself at the British, Commonwealth. And then from there, I want to defend it as well. Yeah. I want to outright win it. And from there, go on to European or something. But you never, you know, these plans change, don't they?
There's not a lot of fighters doing it that way in the British, Commonwealth,
exactly.
European.
And I want to, as I said, I want to bring it back to St Andrews, British again, St Andrews Sporting Club, and I want to bring it back to Lochend. Obviously, Josh has won all the belts, but we've never had the British title back at Lochend. I don't think we've had the European title back here either. So I want to bring these back. And then the gym's full. The gym can retire after that, can't it?
Matty, how bad would you want it?
I want it real bad. Like, yeah, you see it. As I said, my training, my fights speak for itself. I do want it bad. I do. You know, as I say, I'm never out of the gym. I feel, you know, when Terry tells me take time off the gym, and it's 7:05. Gym starts at 7. At 5:05, I'm very like, I feel guilty. I should be in the gym. He's told me to take it off, but I should just be around this environment. You know, I love this environment, the gym feeling, the crack you get with the boys. So I want it real bad, like, yeah.
Do you feel you're putting yourself to be a fighter?
I'd put on myself to be a fighter. I don't know. I just think the right thing found me. You know, I used to play football. I was pretty crap at football. I used to do other things and I was all crap. And I wasn't the best at boxing. I was pretty average at boxing. But for some reason, my dad always says that. For some reason, I just stuck with it. And it all just came gelled to one. And now I'm living the best life ever, you know. Boxing all the time, training.
You know what it's like, Matty? Boxing's all about timing.
Yes.
You're under the guidance scene, Wilson. Now, opportunities will come thick.
Yeah.
They will come fast. Will you be ready to take those opportunities with both hands when they do come along?
Oh, yeah. Because we're always fit. I've just had a week off because we had that 14-week camp there. So a week off, but I've came in, sparring 6 rounds again here. Easy, pretty comfortable. Always running. I'm always fit. We're ready. We got that phone, so we were meant to fight 8th of June. That was meant to be our 3rd fight. Terry mentioned to him we're going away to New York, so we can't fight there. So he moved us from there to what I want to say. What was it? May 13th or something was it? May 13th, just there. And I went in 4 weeks' notice, but we were already completely fit for it coming off that last camp. I'm ready to go all the time. We need fights coming in fast. And Ian knows that too. Ian's looking. So, yeah, I believe if anything comes up, I'll be ready for it. Yeah.
How's your relationship been?
Oh, great. We just bounce off each other really well. I believe he looks after me. He's got his best interest at heart for me. So, yeah, it's a great relationship, you know. I think I'm with the best people I could be with. Yeah.
In boxing, guidance and getting good advice is paramount for success. Who do you go to advice for, Matty?
Wait, I have Terry, I have everybody like that, you know. Just quite an open book. I tell it how it is, you know. If I need advice, ask everybody. Everybody in the gym, you know. It's easy. I feel anyway. I know it's not easy for a lot of boxers or whatever. Say it's a lonely sport or that. To be honest, not that lonely for me. I've got a great team. I think I've got a really good team that all want me to do well.
How important is that for you having that good team?
I think it's very important. I think you need that good team for your mental state of boxing. You know, you could be with the best trainer in the world, but if you're not clicking with each other, I don't think it works great. You see Ryan Garcia, he's already split from, is it
Joe
Goosen?
Joe
Goosen, yeah. Already split from him, but it was meant to be a big, he's with him, that's great. And you see, it didn't click, and they were. So I do think that's, as I said, a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter, isn't it?
You touched on Terry there. What characteristics has Terry nurtured into you to make you develop as a fighter?
He's made me believe in myself is one of the most, I think, is the biggest one he's made me do myself is believe what I'm capable of. He's seen it in me from the start, but I never used to believe, and now I believe it myself.
Did you struggle back then with self-belief in that a few years back?
Yes, I believe I always had the skill, but I didn't have the self-belief in my head. I've done a few things to change that I used to listen. It was actually, my dad was a big part of this too. Hypnosis. I used to listen. He stopped smoking with it and stopped for years and years. He went, give it a wee try, why don't you, please? Me being a kid go, no, it's all the rubbish, I don't want that. One fight I done it, the best I ever boxed, I remember, the night before I was listening, he taught you how to breathe and everything. And it became a routine, a ritual. I had to do it before every single fight, big fight, night before, listen to my guy, breathe properly. It just sorted me out. I wasn't nervous, I wasn't anything. And then from there, now I don't even need them. I'm so confident in myself now. But back then, I believe, and people, that's crap. No, I don't believe that. Like, you don't have to believe it. It worked for me. That's all.
Did that help you overcome your demons?
Yeah, big time, big time. Because I used to get nervous when I used to want to tap the coach on the back and go, I don't want to fight. But see now, stop me. You need to hold me back to stop me going into the ring as quick.
No, what I like about you, Matty, you've got character, and you and I know in boxing you need character to excel in this sport.
Yes, you need it to sell yourself a bit, don't you? Yeah. But
you've got that in abundance, son.
Thank
Seriously.
you, I appreciate
Honestly,
that.
Matty, you have got so much skill, and with the right team and the right mindset behind you, you can go mega far. Trust me.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah.
We always talk about in life we have goals and dreams and things like that, but what's the plan, Matty?
The plan, be world champion, sit on the throne with a cigar. That's the plan. No, the plan. The plan is basically just see how far we can go with this. You know, just stay in here, keep chipping away. I believe you have about 2 to 3 years starting out in your pro career to determine can you do anything, can you not. I believe these are one of the most important part of your career as a professional, to say he's got it, he doesn't. And then after that 2 to 3 years, then you're on to the big fights, or are you on to, we'll move him on to a prospect and see how well he does, you know. I think that's the most important years.
But you have to stay focused.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the distractors.
No.
Do what's on your mind.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it'll be your destiny to be a champion. If you do not, don't listen to all the shit, all the nonsense.
Yeah.
Be you, be Matty McHale, and you will certainly go far.
Well, that's it. And that's what I've done for my life so far. And it's worked so far. So we just keep being me, yeah.
And listen, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, but that's what the champion's made. When you get those downs, you need to go up off the canvas, you need to get to championship rounds, you need to win 9, 10, 11, 12, you need to do it in style. That's where the champions are made, Matty.
It's that grit, you know what I mean? And I think in boxing, you need that switch as well. That I believe I'm quite a nice guy, you know, but when you go into that ring, I'm not a nice guy, you know. People want to touch gloves with me, all that. I don't touch gloves. Touch gloves with you after, but during that fight, you know what I mean. You're in there to take my head off. Why don't be friends with me here?
It's the loneliest sport in the world.
It is a lonely sport. Like, yeah.
You feel at home when you go to that ring, Matty?
Yeah, I feel that's where I'm most alive. You know, I feel comfortable in there. I do feel at home. It's where I've been my whole life, innit?
What's it got to take to beat Matty McHale?
A lot. Because, as I said, I train hard. So I go into these fights, I always remember it. If I'm getting up at 6 in the morning, I'm going running, and I'm training at night, and then I'm training again, strength and conditioning. I know I put in that work. So I'm going, nobody can outwork me. If somebody does beat me, he's been the better man on that day. That's it. He's done everything correctly. And then I go in there knowing I've done everything correctly. So he's done something better. But
they're going to have to take your soul, Matty, to
yeah,
beat you, aren't
yeah. Take my head off. Yeah. But it won't happen.
Good stuff. I like confidence, mate.
Yeah.
You have to have that unshakable confidence.
You need it. Yeah, you need it. Especially this game. You have a bit of character about you. You need to believe in yourself. That's what it is. It's believing in yourself. Maybe people think, oh, he's cocky, but no, I just really believe in myself. I put this much work in now. Why would I not? I'm not going to go into a fight and pretend I put this much work in, but I will, you know. I'm here for the payday. Keep your money.
The money's
just
nice.
Give me the belt.
I get the belts.
Yeah,
it's nice to get the money.
Keep the money. Give me the belts.
So, obviously, let's run it back. You were brought up in Leaf, is that correct?
Leaf, yeah. Easter Road.
Aye.
Just round the corner, yeah.
Some place, isn't it?
Some place, yeah.
How was your upbringing, Matty?
Really good. Mum and Dad were the best, because everything we wanted, you know. My upbringing was great. 2 brothers. Mucked about, you know what I mean, caused trouble. But upbringing was really good. Just boxed since a young age. I think used to kickbox years ago. And then big brother jumped to the boxing. I stayed at the kickboxing, but it was boring. I thought we liked to fight. We were actually just talking about this the other day there. Chrissy, big brother, we used to kickbox, but we used to have big rounds where when we were sparring in the hallway, we used to do a Rocky round. We used to just fight gloves on, no kicking. My instructor used to kick me out. Right, go sit down. You're mucking about. Go sit down. Just come out with big black eyes and that from my big brother beating me up. Yeah.
How's your relationship with your brothers now?
Great. Obviously, my brother's part of the coaching team now, part of the corner. Absolutely brilliant. You know, I believe when you're saying it's lonely and all that, I've got them to fall back on and everything. Sit and play PlayStation with them and everything. It's absolutely brilliant.
Do you feel they enable you to be a good fighter? They've got your back at every turn.
Aye. But they'll let me. Chrissy's one of the most critical of me, I think. Well, and he knows that too. So everybody, great fight. He'll come. It was good, but why you're putting your chin in there? I need that too. You know, I need that realness about you. Mm-hmm.
Did you have much back then when you were young? You and your brothers?
We had much, right? Yeah. We were not well off, but we got everything we wanted. I couldn't say we were poor or anything. Like, my mum and dad made sure we got everything we wanted. Yeah, we done well.
How did you go with your mum and dad?
Oh, great. Yeah, just a good relationship. You know, I believe they want me to do the best I can in this. I've never been forced into it, and I believe that's what's helped me out a lot as well. See people getting forced into this sport, just sat back and let us do what we wanted to in this sport, and I believe that's what's brought me on so much. Dad's very cool. He knows a lot about boxing too. He lets us do what we want.
Would it be fair to say your mum and dad have sacrificed a lot to get you to where you're at now?
They have, yeah, but I believe they just let me go on my own journey. You know what I mean? I was getting buses, me and Chrissy, at age 14 at South Queensferry, an hour and a half. My mum and dad don't drive or that, so we've had to make our own way to get buses back and forward.
How did you find that? Because that's quite tough. A lot of work.
That was tough, but I do it now. So we are out in Dalkeith. It's an hour and a half bus here, 2 buses. I do it now, and when I tell people, that's crazy amount of it's natural for me.
What's happened to driving? Can you get the Lambo outside of the gym, Matty? Come on.
I need to get the finger out. Everybody says that. Why are you not driving? Why are you not doing this? I just box, you know. Like, I come back, I box. It's hard to find time, and we've always stayed in the centre of Edinburgh. There's no need for us to drive.
Yep.
But yeah, I need to get a finger. Big brother's just started driving. He drives me about the place, and I'm like, I need to get a finger out.
Just imagine Terry's face, right? You roll up with the Bentley, Josh Taylor with the Rolls Royce at the gym to train. That'd be something, wouldn't it?
That would be something. Terry would be like, "Where's mine? Forget that. Give me that. That's mine."
So, what brought you to boxing?
Big brother. Yeah, with the kickboxing. He went, I stuck with it, and I really enjoyed it. It was something, it's a different feeling in this gym, in a gym. You know, that gym vibe, everybody can have a crack, people can have a laugh, you know, it's good. I've just stuck with it.
Your brother had a lot of natural talent, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
It was the work ethic, kind of, was the shy side of it.
Let him down a wee bit, you know, the training wise, and he'd be the first boy to tell you, but I believe he won the top in Scotland, right? But everybody would do 10 press ups, he would do 9, you know, and I just wasn't a fan of training, and a lot of people are, you know. So, but now he's part of our team, and I think he's found his calling here. A great coach.
He's all in with you, isn't he, Matty?
Yeah, all in, and that's how I want it. All the team is all in. Terry, Sean, Eric, and Chris, they're all in. Or I wouldn't want it any other way. You know what I mean?
How'd you go to school?
I was all right. I was no star pupil or that, but I was a bit cheeky and all that, but. I was actually not too bad at school, you know. I got on well with everybody. I think the teachers liked me, you know.
So the day job, was it tiling and that you're telling me, didn't I?
I teach people how to tile.
Right.
So I'm a tiling instructor at trade training school.
How'd you find that?
I love it. You know, the amount, seeing people, it's basically giving people another opportunity in life. They're fed up with their job, office job, they want something else, and I teach people how to tile bathrooms, kitchen, and it's great. You know, it gives you a good, satisfying feeling knowing you're helping somebody else as well, doing, changing their life around. Yeah.
It's hard going, but we touched on earlier on about working, training, and do you go to sleep at all? How's that work?
No, I sleep quite. I'm a mad sleeper. You know, like anytime I can get a nap or anything in, I'm sleeping. So there you go, my work. I have an hour for lunch at 12. Scan my lunch quickly, and then I'm in the dog bed sleeping.
Is this at work, aye?
And they look at like, how can he just sleep like that? And I just block out everything, I can go to sleep. Sean Spence has a diary of videos of me when we are away abroad training with Scotland. Me just sleeping all the time. I would just clonk out for hours. And that's the best rest you can get, recovery.
How good is having somebody like Sean? He's been abroad here for years and years. How important is that to have Sean in the team?
Great, because being best pals for about 15 years, and we know each other inside out. You know, my roommate, when we travelled to Scotland all the time, so I know him like the back of my hand, and he knows me like the back of his hand. So I think it's very important like that, to have someone like that in your camp that's so close with. And I believe what he does with me, his training and everything, I believe the best shape I've been in.
Because when the shit goes south, you need guys like that around about you.
And they'll keep it real with you too. If you're fucking about or anything, he'll tell you straight, what are you doing? Get your act together, give you a good slap around the ear, tell you, wake up, come on out. Yeah, I've had that a few times from him.
So you picked up the bronze at the 22 games, mate.
Yeah.
What an achievement. Obviously disappointing not to get the gold.
Aye.
Tell me a bit about that.
So the games, what games that was for Scotland, wasn't it?
What purely
for
talent,
boxing,
honestly.
you know. And truthfully, I don't think anybody thought we were going to do as good as that. I knew, because I knew the boys that we've been on with. I knew the boys that I was there with. I trained with them all the day, you know. But everybody thought the best games we had was it Glasgow?
Yeah.
With Josh and all that, with Josh winning gold, Charlie Flynn winning gold, 2 golds, that's crazy. For us to walk away with 3 golds and 2 bronze, that was a great experience. And missed out to Dylan Eagleston
Yep.
in the semis. And at the time, I was heartbroken. I thought, oh, it was Rob, blah, blah, blah. Was I Rob? It was a very close fight. You know, I do believe I won it. I believe I came for the fight and he came to steal it. But I watched it back and it's flipping a coin. If I got the decision, he couldn't moan. He got the decision. It's boxing, you know, and that's where I think people need to relax a bit before they go back and watch it before calling out any robberies, this, that, and that. It was a close fight.
At the time, obviously, you're mega disappointed. Is time being a healer button, Matt? A lot of work goes into that.
I appreciate that so much. You tell me anybody else that's won Commonwealth bronze, you know. Big Simmons, there we go.
Drop that one.
There we go, chucked right in there. He sounds love that guy too. But no, it's a great achievement, and I know how good it is now. You know,
proud of yourself, Matty?
Very, very. You know, all that hard work. It's something to show for it. You know.
Yeah, it's something that can't ever be took away. And
yes.
How proud was your mum and your dad and your brothers you picked that? It must mean a lot to the family.
It does. I think we go away. I think my mum's very, very proud. Mum and dad are both proud, but you know, oh, there's people talking about you here, this, that. So she's very proud, and Mum doesn't come to watch my box. Mum doesn't like it.
Why is that? Doesn't like it?
Doesn't like a boy getting hit, does she?
You phone her after the fight and say that I won, is that?
Yeah. Right. My dad's not a big fan of it either.
Seriously?
But yeah, like, he loves boxing. So he's always said this. When I was coming up, I was a young boy. God was bigger than my head. He didn't care. I was first on, so he could enjoy the whole bill after. He goes, now you're at this stage where you're top of the bill. I'm so nervous. I can't enjoy anything. I can't enjoy any other fights. You come on, then it's done. Then I need to go home. So now he comes to these fights. He enjoys it, but
does he get nervous?
Does he get?
Aye.
Oh yeah, I know he does. He tries to pretend he doesn't, but he does. Yeah. And my mum just goes like, she wants to go, but I tell her, what's the point? Don't come. It doesn't bother me. I know.
See when you first came into boxing, how did your mum take that? Start.
She was absolutely fine with it because with our brother, with the brothers, we've always fought. You know, wrestling here, there, battering each other. If I beat somebody on FIFA, wee brother, or he beat me, we would be punching each other about the place. Our house was a bit mental for the fighting, but.
Mental, on it.
It's honestly.
Mum and dad still in their like, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? You've been all around the world.
Yeah.
Some people look back in their amateur days and they say they're the best days of their life in boxing. Tell me some of the stories.
Amateurs were absolutely amazing. Yeah, as I said, and I'll say this to anybody: if any kid wanting to go pro at a young age, don't bother. I would stay amateur, try and get on that Scotland team, try and travel the world, fight all these different styles. You go and fight a counter-puncher, one fight, next day you're fighting a complete pressure fighter, you know. So, but some of the stories I've got, some of the trips I've been on with the boys, absolutely amazing. Went to LA for 6 days, was it 6? And then New York for 4 right after. We had some great times, like honestly, one of the best times I've had going away. And go to countries that you don't really think. Serbia, I've been for. Russia, all these. Some crazy.
Some serious tough operators in Russia and that. And these guys, I need to kill them, don't you?
Oh, they don't stop coming. And even that, like, they have this persona where they're pressure fighters, but it's not. The skill in their boxing, sitting back and just pick your head off. Crazy.
See, learning that apprenticeship, that craft for going abroad and things like that, and taking that into the pro game, how much has that benefited you?
That's benefited me a lot. I think it's made me the fighter I am today. Because I've been in there. I've been in international tournaments. I've had my doings off these top. I actually boxed a Russian in Hungary about 5 years ago. And he's, I think, number 2 in Russia, or was recently. An older guy, southpaw. He beat the living shit out of me to begin with, like, for the first 2 rounds. He only dropped me in that with a body shot, you know. So I've been in there. I've took my lumps and bumps, and then obviously at the Worlds beat the Russian champion this time. So I've done it, you know. That I think that's made me the fighter I am today. Like,
who's the best you faced in amateurs?
Oh, got to be. Is it Subrakan, the Kazakh at the World?
Punch like a mule.
You didn't punch hard, no. It was the
Volume.
accuracy and volume and the angles he was hitting you at. He would slip and hit you with 3. He's so accurate. And it was like that from start to finish. My first 2 rounds, they were good. And but seeing that 3rd round, I put so much into it. I remember grabbing onto him and he wouldn't grab, he would shake.
Yep.
My head's hitting off my...
Let go.
Give me a break. Just we'll put this into it. Just have a wee break, man. Again. We'll just chill. No, he was so good. So he just won the world last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys are just a different ingredient. They just see where they can do it. Just natural talent as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm saying some of these guys are brought up with rice and water. Do you know what I mean? Rice, water, and fighting.
It's go box or wash pots and pans for the rest of their life. You know. So I know what I would be doing.
So you have 3-0, as I touched on earlier. Now you've been with Terry for day dot.
Yeah.
You went into a programme with Terry. How good is Terry?
Unbelievable. The way he can read a fight, the way his game plans are second to none. Like he'll come up with a plan and you're going, but do we need a second? No, this is what, and we'll stick with it. And if you stick with it, if you train like that from start to finish, non-stop, do it in sparring, do it, replicate it all non-stop, I believe you can go out and do it with that one plan, but or even if he wants to change the fight, sit down and he'll tell you this is what we need to do because he's coming in with this, he's doing that. It's unbelievable.
Has Terry been like a father figure type to you as well?
No, people say this to me. Obviously, I see Terry more than my own dad because I'm in the gym that much, you know. They're saying that when I travelled to Scotland, I seen Sean more than my brothers. But people say, Terry a fan. And no, because he is and he's not, because Terry's my coach. You know, there's a respect between me and Terry. I can speak to Terry in a certain way where I don't think I could speak like that to my father.
Yeah.
I swearing in front of Terry, everything like that, that's okay. I have a respect for my dad because that's my dad. I don't want to, you know, you get me?
Yeah. So a kind of Marika thing.
And I know the line to be crossed with Terry too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's my coach, you know what I mean? And it's a strong bond, a coach and a fighter. It is a really strong bond. So, yeah, and then that's why my dad's never got involved with the boxing.
He just lets Terry do his job,
just
then.
lets in,
You learned a lot from Terry?
I've learnt a lot, but to be honest, there's been a few other coaches that played their part in it too, but I believe Terry's made me the fighter I am today. I believe that what he's done with me, he's invested a lot of time into me. He's sorted me out. He's given me my rouse as well. And I've taken the foot off the boil a bit, you know.
He's a no-nonsense kind of guy, like a kind of unsung hero kind of dude, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
He is, but to be honest, Terry likes a bit of nonsense as well.
That's
like, you know, here and there. You need a bit of nonsense, but if it's like no fucking around, like outside to the gym, going out, drinking, all that, you can't do that, you know. And that's his no nonsense. But in the gym, you need a bit of.
How much has Terry's experience benefited you so far?
Oh, a lot.
Because you've been in world-class corners,
World class,
Josh Taylor.
And it's just the manner and how he comes about things. I always remember boxing Stephen Boyle in the finals of the Scottish. He dropped me. I winning the fight pretty comfortably. Me being me, put my hands down. Last 5 seconds of the fight, I stuck my tongue out.
Clip.
Boom. Down I went. Back up, no bother. I look at Terry, look at the corner. He's laughing. What the fuck are you laughing at? What are you laughing? Settle down. I'm like, right, okay, he's laughing. So everything's okay. So it's just wee things like that where if somebody's never had that experience before and look at the corner and the corner's panicking, then I'm panicking, just laughing and it settled me right down. Oh shit, right, okay, we're fine. He's like, you're fine, settle down, you're fine. So, yeah, I think that's very valuable.
How grateful are you for Terry's honesty and gratitude towards you?
Aye, because you need the honesty if you're boxing shite or whatever. You need it, you know. You don't need anybody to sugarcoat anything. And Terry's very honest with me. You know, if something's not right, he'll tell me what's wrong. And Terry can read me like a book now. He knows what's right, something's not wrong. If I'm low on weight, I'm moody, you know. So you need that honesty to tell you where you're going in life as well. Yeah.
Matty, the key is to rip up that script and be different. Have you got that in you?
I believe I do. I believe quite a likeable guy too, you know, but I can be quite nasty as well, you know. It's just you need to be different, don't you, to excel in this sport? And I do believe I am. My boxing, I believe, not seen many like me boxing.
You've got to be different. I always call it, you've got to have that X factor.
Yes.
You know, and you've got to sell. You've got to cap. You've got to be damn good as well. Do you know what I mean? Have you got that?
I do believe, and I believe I've shown it in the amateurs. I showed it near the end of my career. You know what I mean? I was always that guy, just sort of, but I showed it near the end of my career. And see now, I believe, away from the amateurs, I believe that I'm the best in Britain. I believe I'm best in Europe right now, at the minute. But yeah, and I believe my boxing will show that itself when we step up these ranks in the British and the European. I believe that when people taking, because we're boxing, these guys aren't taking risks. They're boxing next week, so they don't want stopped or anything. So when we step up the ranks and people are going to take a few risks here, I can box. I'll show them that. Take these guys out pretty comfortably.
Who inspires you in boxing?
Inspires me in boxing. You look at all these boxers and you think, I want to be like them, but I want to do it for myself.
Do you want your own way?
Yeah.
Well,
And
what fighters do you look up to then? Who do you not idolise, but who do you say, I like his style, I can implement
obviously, that? You got Josh there, that like his path and everything. But you know, Devin Haney boxing last night. I love the way he sits behind his jab, works with his jab. He's brought the jab back. I think it's brilliant the way he boxes. But then you have Lomachenko. All these boxers are great. You know, Terence Crawford, another one great.
Great fighter.
Brilliant. But you take wee bits from them and everything. When Lomachenko was kicking about, everybody would try and copy exactly Loma. There'd be bad imitations of him. You seen it with Mayweather. Everybody tried to be like Mayweather. Bad imitations, and they would get knocked out. You know, you need to be yourself. Take wee bits from everybody, but be yourself.
Speaking of great fighters, June the 10th, MSG, all goes down. Your good friend, Josh Taylor, takes on Teofimo Lopez for the WBO Junior Welterweight Championship. Josh is reigning defending champion. How much are you looking forward to this fight? I'm
really looking forward to it. We're going to be there, hopefully. So that's good. We're going over on the 31st of May.
Yeah.
For a training camp and everything. So, but it'll be good to see you live as well. But I think just too big, too strong, too fast. He's got that hunger in him too now. Because obviously he was here for Ramirez.
Yep.
Carter was down and he took the foot off the gas a bit. And now he's back up here. He's got that big fight again. It's put the fire in his belly again.
He's got that bit between his teeth.
Yes.
Matty, he's going to fucking do him, mate. I'm telling you.
I think he is. I think he could chin him like I really do later on in the rounds. I'm going about 8, 9, 10 maybe. You know, just Josh is right in power like
he's a very underrated body puncher. Goes to the body so well.
Yes.
That twitchiness, that in and out, getting his shots off. Hell of a fighter, but how does he win the fight?
I think he stops him late, maybe 10, 11. I just think he's going to be too strong for him. Bullies him. And Josh is extremely fast and accurate. I just think Teofimo is going to walk into a shot.
What does Teo bring to the table that Josh will have to be wary on the night? Because it's elite level boxing.
He's very skilled himself. He's got a good jab, does he not?
Yeah.
And he's very explosive.
Good volume as well.
That's it. And that's how he beat Lomachenko, wasn't it? Was the volume of punches, So I think he can't get drawn into a fight early on. I think Josh has to keep his distance, work behind his jab and everything.
Do you believe Josh Taylor can have this man mentally on the ceiling at the weigh-in, the press conference? Because Teo's not mentally 100% there. I don't think.
He's all over the shop,
and
isn't he?
Him and his dad like to give it this, give it that, but you've got this mad jocksman standing in front of you. You know what he's like? Josh Taylor, he's tapped upstairs. He is an elite level operator. Do you think they can get into this man's head?
You know what? It's a strange one because they both like a bit of the battle with verbals, if you get me. So I think Teofilo is he's a part of that game too, isn't he? So I think it will be very exciting, and I think there'll be a bit of fireworks during this during the weigh-in. I think there'll be fireworks, but I think they'll both give as good as they get, because he's good at all that stuff too, isn't he?
Yeah.
He can rowdy anybody up too.
But I said to you before, Matt, I've seen you've got this mad Scotsman standing in front of you.
In front of you, yeah.
The Americans, they don't know how to react. They get into a shell sometimes. I mean, they can't deal with this absolute maniac in front of you, willing to take the head clean off you.
You can go into a shell, and his dad starts piping up a bit. His dad's a bit weird. But then you'll have Josh's dad too. Both the dads going at each other. that will be it. And then Terry, then me just sitting back like this. This is great.
Do we see a ruthless Josh Taylor in this fight?
Yes. Yeah.
Is he wanting to shut a lot of people up?
Yes. And then you've got that roof lift. And then no doubt you'll hear about the Catterall shite. But that door's closed now. At the end of the day, if I was Josh, tell him to look back at the books and see who got the W. That's all that matters, isn't it?
I believe he will be wanting to shut a lot of people up, because you're getting all this shit. I heard Jamie Ward the other day, Josh Taylor's picking up injuries, he's shite away. Listen, Joe McNally is a world-class coach.
He's good, yeah.
They've got that guy from Liverpool University doing Josh's weight. That gym down there is absolutely flying. They will leave no stone unturned.
Yeah.
And I believe Josh Taylor finishes the fight inside 6 rounds. I believe it goes fast.
Do you? Yeah.
I really do,
Aye.
Listen, he's got that bit between his teeth.
Yeah.
He's down at the gym, he's there with Aston, JJ Metcalf, Frankie Stringer, that madman as well, Darren Till. You need a guy like that. A guy who's in the background winding everybody up. I believe Josh Taylor closes the show inside 6 rounds. I really do.
Aye.
And listen, he's been out the ring 16 once, but he's going to get it, and
he's had some great sparring as well, and that I've heard. Yeah. So
I think he's going to take this man's soul, and I do believe when he gets the victory, he's the only guy that can trouble Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
I really do think that. Listen.
That would be a mega fight, dude. Let's have it at Easter Road.
Easter
Road. At the castle.
Listen, Crawford, I think he's number one pound for pound. There's no doubt that, right? But he's getting that wee bit older.
But that's it. Is he coming over the slide? You know.
And boxing is all about timing. If Josh will be top rank. If they can get him that fight, if he comes through this fight unscathed, date next, move up there.
Why not? Yeah, because you need to challenge yourself. When he wins this fight, why would you not move up and give yourself another challenge? He's the king at that weight. He had all the belts until he gave them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And in the Carter fight, I just think Josh couldn't go up for it. Do you know, as you said, he's coming in.
Exactly.
Vegas, things like that. Yeah. But I'm going to push you for a prediction in the Lopez Taylor fight. What do you think?
I'm going Taylor round 9. Yeah, stoppage. Yeah. I think he chins him round 9.
Then we can get the big one back at Easter Road, you and undercard with Crawford. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be great. Easter Road, or because there was talks about Lopez being on Easter Road.
Easter Road, aye.
And Ian was going, we'll get you. So I was on it. I was like, great. And then turns out, obviously, Easter Road or Madison Square Garden. So you take your pick, you know. So then from there, I was like, Ian, get me on that. Yeah. Can we get over to America and fight in Madison Square Gardens for a 4th fight? But then he goes, they have their prospect, American prospects, the British have theirs. So, yeah, but I'll take it Easter Road, Terence Crawford, undercard. Josh Taylor's Terence Crawford, undercard.
Then you can headline there in a few years, Matt.
Exactly, there we go. Yes.
But listen, mate, I want to thank you so much for your time with me. I really appreciate it, and thanks for coming on.
I appreciate you for allowing me to come on. It's been great. Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, mate. Keep striving, keep shining. You've got the skills to go all the way, mate. God bless.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Top man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.